Welcome to the Kitchen Table, a show dedicated to helping you escape diet culture, gain trust with food, honor your body, and live a brighter life. Hello, and welcome back to the Kitchen Table. I'm your host, Alicia Brown, and on today's show, I want to talk about the shoulds. Yes, the shoulds, the conversations in your mind that start with the sentence, you should be doing something that you're probably not doing currently. So for example, you should be exercising. You should be eating X nutritious food. You should be putting your phone away an hour before bed. You should be doing this. You should be doing that. And we have all these shoulds happening in our mind, these voices shouting these shoulds in our mind. And they're all with good intentions, right? They're all with good intentions to take care of ourselves and to take care of our health and protect our well-being. But actually what they're doing is they're fostering a lot of guilt and shame and further disconnecting us from our bodies. Because when we don't obey the shoulds, guess what? We get really down on ourselves. We think, oh, we're just lazy. Oh, we're just this. We start name calling ourselves. We start demeaning ourselves. When really what our body is asking for is to help it, let it lead. When we think about the shoulds, these are things that are coming from our external world, right? These are like, you should follow this juice cleanse. You should follow this diet, this detox, this workout routine. You should be doing this or doing that. They're coming from expectations rooted oftentimes in diet culture. And oftentimes it takes us as like fully integrated whole human beings, it takes us a lot of energy and effort to rise up to meet those standards. It takes extra energy because it actually is probably not very intrinsically motivated all the time, the effort, right? When it comes to letting your body lead, on the contrary, when we add some compassion and love and self-nurturing practices to combat those shoulds, guess what? The body is able to build trust with you through your actions. So instead of feeling buried by the shoulds, when you're able to truly let your body lead in your decision-making about what food to eat and about how to move, you're finding yourself living healthier and happier as a result, because you're not living by others' expectations, diet culture's expectations, your family's expectations, other people's food rules, anything like that. You're letting your body lead. This is a conscious effort, right? Instead of always feeling like, oh, these shoulds are just looming and I can never keep up. I must be a failure. I must be unhealthy. Do you see how this kind of breaks us? It breaks our mindset. It shatters our confidence. It makes us feel really insecure and unworthy because we're not meeting these ambiguous expectations. We get really down on ourselves when we don't obey the shoulds, but we're not going to all the time because our bodies want us to trust in it and to help us let our bodies lead in conversations about how to move and how to eat and beyond. And so what I want to do today on the show is I have actually a poem. I'm going to do something differently on the show. I'm going to read you a poem by Deborah Anne Quibell from her book, Soul Bird, Poems for Flying. And I love this little poetry book. I have shared it with clients. I've sent it to clients. I've read it in group webinars as a way to, start the conversation. And she has so many awesome poems that parallel the intuitive eating framework and mindset, and really what it means to take that leap of faith into trying something new and radically different like intuitive eating, as opposed to conventional ways of eating. And so I'm going to read you this poem. I'm going to unpack it with you quickly, and I'm going to give you an action step today to help you reconnect with your body and overcome those shoulds in your brain. And I have a very tactical step for you at the end of the episode. So stay tuned with me for that. But before we totally get into it, I want to ask you right now if you could take out your phone and go on Apple Podcasts or Spotify and hit that subscribe button. When you do that, you help me get the show on the charts. And I just so thank you for that. And if you've been an active listener, you've been listening for some time, and you're thinking, gosh, like I've learned so much from the show, but I've never written a review. I invite you today to write a review, leave your comments, or share this show with somebody else who you could feel like could benefit from being at the kitchen table with us. I so feel like not enough women know about this way of healing our relationship with food and body. So many of us are so wrapped up in trying to be perfect in diet culture standards. And we, as type A people, as very organized people, we want to do things the right way, right? We want to do it. We want to do health right? So we look up a diet or we look up an exercise regimen, and we always feel like we're failures when we can't keep up with it. And so I know that this is so many women just trying to do health right, when really it takes this really key element of listening to the body and overcoming the shoulds so we can learn how to truly nurture ourselves in a way that aligns with what our bodies need, truly. And that's a way to more sustainable health outcomes and a way to really feel like you're in the driver's seat when it comes to your health. So obviously, I think more women need to hear this message, and I need your help to share this message with others to bring more people to the kitchen table. Everybody is invited, not just women, everybody. And so if you're feeling like somebody needs to learn from this message, thank you so much for inviting them to come and join us at the kitchen table every Monday and Wednesday. Monday, it's just you and I here at the kitchen table. Give a brief monologue. Like today, I'm going to read this poem, give you a couple action steps. And on Thursdays, I have some awesome interviews lined up. You will not want to miss an episode. So hit that subscribe button. And I look forward to seeing you here every Monday and Thursday at the kitchen table. So yes, I want to give you the name of this poem book again. It's Deborah Anne Quibell. She is the author, Quibell. And the book is Soul Bird, Poems for Flying. And I'm going to just read you this very short poem, and it's called The Shoulds, and it's inspiring our conversation for today. So the shoulds, here it goes. There's a family that lives inside of you. They're called the shoulds. Welcome them in, but be extra cautious when they visit. They're quite convincing, those shoulds. They will find any crack in your consciousness to leave their cunning crumbs of mockery. When you begin to hear their manic debate, you should do this, you should do that. Just smile and take that as your warning. Keep those crooks close, but only to ensure their eventual demise. They don't know this, but when you've placed 2 feet on your own unique road towards inspired creative living, you have already built their grave. Ooh. Burying those shoulds. Again, that is Deborah Anne Quibell, Soul Bird, Poems for Flying. The poem is called The Shoulds. So we all have these thoughts, right? You should be doing this. You should be doing that. She calls it their manic debate. Oftentimes it feels like that, doesn't it? Like there's a manic debate going on inside of your mind of all of these things that you should be doing. It's overwhelming. It feels exhausting. And the list of shoulds itself feels exhaustive, right? Like a never-ending list of shoulds. And what Deborah Anne Quibell recommends that you do is you just smile and take that as your warning. When I read that, there is like a peace that overcomes me. Because immediately when these shoulds enter the mind, there's almost like this inner sense of chaos that happens during this manic debate, right? Like there's an unrest. There's a lack of peace, even if we're sitting on the couch, even if, we are not wanting to do anything. The thought of like we should be doing something and like immediately spins our bodies into a spiral, of kind of chaos. It's just like, it doesn't feel right to be at peace right now with whatever we're currently doing because it's not good enough according to the shoulds. And so I feel such a peace when she says, when this manic debate is happening, just smile and take that as your warning. They don't know this, but when you place 2 feet on your own unique road towards inspired creative living, you already built their grave. What does that mean for you? When you placed two feet on your own unique road towards inspired and creative living, you already built their grave. So to me, when I'm thinking about myself, or when you're thinking about yourself, when this manic debate is happening in your mind, having this calm, peaceful, inviting smile, almost like this storm is happening all around you and you are just at peace within all of it because you are so sturdy, so strong, so confident exactly where you are in it, that you are able to find your own confidence through your own inner peace and calm, knowing that you know how to live creatively and uniquely in your own way, standing in your truth, knowing that you do not have to obey the shoulds. Oftentimes, the shoulds, they want to rock you from your center. They want to say that they know the better way to eat. You should be eating this. You should be eating that. They say that they know the better way to eat. The shoulds say that they know the better way to live. The shoulds say that they know the better way to move for you. And when I envision this like calm smile, it's like this awareness of totally knowing that those are all merely suggestions. They're all merely recommendations, that you have the ability to filter through your own body to discover your own truth and how you want to act, to nurture and truly take care of yourself. If we follow all the shoulds, we will continue to act blindly and be reliant on others, on diets, on dietitians, on advice to truly know what's best for our health. And we all need advice. We all need guidance. We all need support. Absolutely. But when we're able to kind of stand in our own bodies, like in our own knowing of what will be serving to us, what will feel best for us, what to really say yes to, and what to say no to, we're able to deflect the shoulds that don't serve us, invite the shoulds that come from this inner place of like, yes, that sounds great right now. That's what my body is needing. And that's how we move forward. This is how we can not allow the shoulds to overwhelm us, but this is how we truly allow our bodies to lead and stay in a grounded state in the process. When you are grounded and when you are knowing of your body and what serves it, you are a force. When you let those shoulds overtake you, it's because we are grasping for something to connect us back with ourselves. And so I encourage you today, when you hear that manic debate in your own mind with the shoulds, ask yourself the question, how can you reconnect with yourself right now? Maybe it's just taking a deep breath, grounding yourself for a moment. Maybe it's having a mindful moment with food. Maybe it's going and taking a walk, but those are not shoulds. Those are merely suggestions, right? To help you connect with your own self and to discover what's truly serving to your body right now as it is. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. Again, get this book, Deborah Anne Quibell, Soulbird Poems for Flying. The poem I read today was called The Shoulds. Add some compassion to those shoulds today. Add some grace to yourself during that debate that's going on with the shoulds, and offer yourself the opportunity to do whatever it takes in that moment to reconnect with yourself, to stay in your power, and to just say, oh, I will do what's serving to my own body today. Oh, that gives me just chills. That's inner confidence, right? That is a knowing of trusting in our bodies to let it lead. That is so beautiful. And the way that we eat and the way that we move, the way that we live and beyond, I think that's what we're all looking for, is that assurance from in ourselves that we know how to, darn it, take care of ourselves. Again, thank you so much for listening in. I look forward to seeing you on Thursday's episode. To continue the conversation in the meantime, follow me at AliciaBrown.rdn on Instagram. That's AliciaBrown.rdn on Instagram. You can follow me there. We are rolling out so much new stuff there, fun stuff in the coming weeks. So I cannot wait for you to join in the conversation and kind of see some things shift and change. What will not change is our conversations about food and body and beyond. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you on Thursday's episode. Have an awesome, awesome day.